Today I'm here to talk to you guys about witching on a budget and being a closeted witch, which I am no longer a closeted witch, but at one point in time I was. And just ways to help get you out. Help people, ways to help, set up a secret altar and all that kind of stuff for relatively cheap. Not saying that you have to spend any money on it at all, because you don't. The best ways to practice magic is finding stuff out in nature that you resonate with. I mean, when I was starting out, rocks, I didn't have the money to spend on crystals and candles and all that. So I found rocks like this one and this one. See? Just two rocks that were outside. Very, very easy and inexpensive to find. I mean, branches and twigs you can use to make wands and pentacles and other things with. But if you do want to go to the next step, if you do want to, spend a little bit, not a whole lot, but just a little bit to figure out what, to get things to build an altar in secret. One of the best ways to build an altar in secret is many people have a shoebox lying around. This is something that I told people countless of times. Shoeboxes are amazing. Because you can set your altar up within the shoebox and close the lid and nobody's gonna know what's inside of it. You can decorate the inside the way that you want to. So, shoeboxes are a great way to conceal an altar that you like working with. Sorry. Wow. Okay. Sorry, like 50 people just messaged me at once. So, shoeboxes are amazing. Another thing would be thrift stores. You can find relatively cheap altar items at thrift stores if you just look. You can find chalices. You can find candles, cloths, all sorts of stuff. Thrift stores are amazing. Just go and look around. At a thrift store, I found a sundial one time, and my mom bought me the sundial. This was before I was out, and I told her I was using it for something else, but, potato, right? What else can I tell you about witching on a budget? And becoming a closeted witch. Dollar stores. You can get colored sand, because colors have a lot of meaning. At a lot of dollar stores, they sell them. I filled an entire jar up with 1 3/4 of a bag of them, and I use it for different things in my practice. You can find candles. Candles are really cheap at a dollar store. You can go into a dollar store with $5-6 and walk out with 5 things to help set up your altar. You can get little cloths for your altars at dollar stores. Dollar stores are amazing. I stand by them 100%. If you have a deity that you follow, print out a picture of them. It's no different than if you were to buy a painting or something, Google search on the Google directory, you can use it for yourself. Why not put it to good use? There's all sorts of different things at dollar stores that you can resonate with. And it's really easy to set up an altar. Now, if you're a witch wanting to come out of the closet, that varies case by case. I do come from a religious background, a very Christian background. So when I came out, I actually came out to my friends first and my sister. My sister was atheist already, or agnostic. Now she follows the Greek deities to an extent, not to a pagan extent or to a witchery extent, but she does follow them and prays to them when she needs to get through tough times, and she thanks them and all sorts of different things. She is actually the one who bought me my first tarot deck. She's done a lot. And so my sister was the very first person that I told. And then my friends. I had a friend at the time who was pagan when I came out as Wiccan. And then my other friend who is agnostic. And then I have a friend who is more atheist, who is just like, whatever. Which is gonna happen. If your friends don't support you, best advice is to get new friends. Family is a bit different. You can't exactly just cut out your family. I mean, I've cut out family members before, but not for my religion. And I would, if it came down to it, I would. But telling your family is very difficult, and it is hard. You have to be ready to come out of the closet. And it's any closet, any closet's going to be hard to come out of. So you're going to have to be ready to come out of it. That's the biggest thing when coming out as a witch, is you have to be ready. If you're not ready, then there's no point in coming out. Now, a lot of family members are going to think it's a stage. A lot of family members are going to be against it. And unfortunately, some family members probably won't talk to you again. That sucks. But you're not put on this earth to make them happy. You're here to survive any way you know how. And if being a pagan, being a witch, being a Wiccan is what makes you happy, then go for it, When you're ready, you'll know when you're ready. It's not something that you can just go, hey mom, hey dad, I'm a witch, or I'm a pagan, because, it's going to take them time to get used to. That's one thing that you have to realize. You have to give them time to adjust. You can't just expect them, especially if they come from a religious background, to accept you with open arms right away. But don't let that stop you either. Because our parents are going to love us. And if they don't, then realistically, they're not trying to support you and not trying to accept you for who you are. Which is another thing that sucks. Some people wait till they're 18 and going off to college, which is a great thing. I'm not telling people, that they should be pagan or should be a witch or anything like that. I'm telling people to follow their dreams, follow their passions, because that's what it's about. So don't think that I'm converting you by any means, because I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to give you some hints, some tips about coming out. Now, some people, like my mom, when I was younger and came out, because I did come out a little bit when I was under 18. And even now that I'm over 18, my mom's still like, you're not doing any of that in my house. Not doing the devil's work in my house. And I'm just like, yeah, it's not the devil's work, but okay. She has become more accepting over time. She called my tarot cards the devil's work for many, many years. But it's an adjustment for them too, you know? Like, they're trying to accept you in their own way. And that's one thing you have to really remember, is that they're trying to accept you. And it's hard, especially if they grew up in a way that isn't necessarily the most open. So just give them time. That's one of the biggest advices I can give, is give them time. You know, you could start saying little things like, hey, I have someone who is very close to me who came out and over time, like, this person's mom was so accepting and so open to it and so willing to learn about it. You know, like, they're just so loving and caring about it. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody and they are also not a witch or not pagan, and you have to come out to them, they're gonna love you. And if they don't, then they never really loved you, because they never really knew you. For someone to know you, they have to know certain things about who you are. And being a witch is a big part of who people are. If they are a witch, that's a big thing for them. They have to be willing to accept that. And if they're not, then unfortunately, you have to let them go. They are one of the people that you will have to let go. I was very honest with my fiance when we got together about who I was. And he was accepting of it pretty easily. There's still some things that I'm trying to work out, but like certain friends and whatnot, but like, you know, I didn't have to say goodbye to him, but some of you might, which is going to hurt, which is going to suck, which is probably going to be one of the most painful things you're going to experience. I'm not gonna lie. But don't let that stop you either. You know, if this is who you are, then they have to accept it or move on. And it's just the way it is. So this was just a short little video on some tips, tricks, places to go to pick up little things for your altar, on a little bit about coming out. I don't really have a coming out story. I kind of just told people and went with it. And if they didn't accept me, I didn't care, because I was living my truth. Now, when you're ready to live your truth, you're gonna be able to live your truth. Alright, well, I am out of here. I have to respond to like 50 different messages, so you guys stay positive, and the best of luck to you all. Alright, bye.